Thank you for attending the on-demand virtual information session for the MS in Accounting and Tax Certificate program here at the Bryan School at UNC Greensboro. My name is Jess Bankhead, and I'm the MSA Program Director and one of the accounting lecturers here at the Bryan School. I'm excited that you are watching this information session. I'm excited for your interest in the MSA program. Today, we're going to cover a few different topics that give you a broad perspective of the MSA program. We'll start out with some defining features, then we'll move into some program specifics, financial information, some career resources, and ending on the admissions process. So to start out, we'll look at the defining features. The overall mission of the UNCG MSA program is twofold. First, it is supporting students in professional development, and second is obtaining professional licensure such as the CPA license. The information on this slide supports these initiatives. First, more than 98% of our students seeking employment accept a position within 3 months of graduation. Our overall CPA exam pass rate is consistently above the national average as well. Alongside of this, the accounting profession offers career mobility and security, and our student development professional soft skills that our employers consistently emphasize as critical to success. So not only will you gain accounting knowledge, but we will prepare you as a professional to help you be a top leader within the profession. Another defining feature is the UNCG accounting programs are an excellent combination of quality and value. Our accounting programs at both the undergraduate and graduate levels are separately accredited by the AACSB, which is achieved by 1% of business schools worldwide. The MSA committee is constantly reviewing and assessing our courses to ensure we are achieving our mission and meeting employer expectations. We combine this quality with value, which includes affordability, added value services, and outcome. With affordability, with our cost-effective tuition rates and our average starting salary of about $58,000, graduates are able to pay for the program within 2 to 3 years, most of the time even faster than that. Some of the added value services that we offer include one-on-one career coaching, access to career management software, and strong business recruitment partnerships. All of these speak for our outstanding outcomes. Part of these outcomes are that our 98% of students accept a position within 3 months of graduation, and that the higher the national average CPA exam pass rate. So we do a great job of providing a top quality education at an affordable cost. Other defining features of the program is that it's a very flexible program as far as structure and timing. We can accommodate both full-time students trying to complete the program as quickly as possible to part-time students that are juggling work and other commitments. Although not required, full-time students with an undergraduate accounting degree have the option to finish the program in 1 calendar year, and part-time students have the flexibility they need in selecting their courses each semester. We also admit students year-round, providing additional interterm flexibility. In addition, our program is designed to help students prepare for the CPA exam. More of this will be covered in the curriculum section of the program. We also have an internship program specifically for accounting students that we bring in our strong employer network to meet students, to connect them, so that we ensure top placement rates as soon as graduation is around the corner. Finally, an undergraduate degree in accounting is not required. All disciplines can enter into the MSA program. We will talk about some of the prerequisites a little bit later in this session, but this does provide additional flexibility as that you do not need an undergraduate degree to enter the MSA program. So now moving into some more of the program specifics and specifically looking at the curriculum. So our MSA program is a 30 credit hour program. In this program, it consists of 9 credit hours of core classes. These core classes are taken by all MSA students, and these core classes align heavily with the CPA exam. Most of the content on the CPA exam is covered somewhere within these 3 courses and the rest of our curriculum, but these 3 courses are heavily involved with the CPA exam. Next, we have 9 credit hours of accounting electives. We have 9 credit hours of general electives, which can include more accounting courses or other business courses that are approved by the MSA committee every semester. The last 3 credit hours is our capstone class. There is no thesis required within our program, but this capstone class catches all of accounting and provides you with the well-diverse knowledge of the profession, right before entering into the work world. As I mentioned, if you do not have an undergraduate degree in accounting, you can still enter the MSA program. One of the application notes here on the left is that you do have to have 4 introductory classes before applying for the MSA program. These classes are Introduction to Economics, Statistics, Financial Accounting, and Managerial Accounting. We ask that you take these 4 classes prior to starting the MSA program and prior to completing your application. Once admitted into the MSA program, there are 12 additional credit hours that we need as far as prerequisites for the rest of the MSA program. So our core MSA program is 30 credit hours. We do add on 12 additional credit hours for non-accounting undergraduate degrees. These classes include Intermediate Accounting 1, Intermediate Accounting 2, Accounting Transaction Processing Systems, and Cost Accounting. So these 4 classes will be included on top of the 30 credit hour program, making this a 42 credit hour program. We saw that these classes were very crucial to the rest of the MSA programs, but also to the profession as a whole. A lot of these classes and content do overlap with the CPA exam as well. There are 3 additional requirements that we ask that you take as part of the MSA program. So these are prerequisites, but they are included as electives within the MSA program. These consist of federal tax concepts, auditing concepts, and financial management. So these will be electives within the 30 credit hour programs, but we do ask that you take these courses as well. So we do offer 2 concentrations. A concentration is not required. However, MSA students have the option to select a concentration in either tax or financial reporting and assurance. Concentration courses will count towards the elective hours required by the MSA degree. For each concentration, the student must complete 9 credit hours or 3 courses from the courses listed under each concentration. This provides more in-depth study in areas of interest. If you are unsure about your specific concentration interests, I encourage you not to select a concentration at the time of your application. It is something that we can always easily be added while you are in the program. These concentrations, again, not required, but they are a great way to dive deeper into areas of your interest. So finally, I'd like to share more specifically regarding other elective courses. The other elective options are available through the MSA program, the MBA program, MSITM, and other approved programs. I provide elective guidance each semester based on what is being offered, and below is a sample of popular elective options. They include the Accounting Internship course, CPA review courses, Financial Management, Analytics, Supply Chain Management, Leadership, and other business-related courses. So we are not preparing you just in accounting, but we do branch out and allow you to gain more experience in other business courses and develop you as a professional as a whole. So this slide will talk more about the certificate in taxation. The certificate program is 12 credit hours with the assumption that students have previously completed a federal tax concepts course. If the student has not previously taken federal tax concepts, we will build that into the tax certificate program as well, making it a 15 credit hour program. In either scenario, if the student decides to continue to the MSA program, all the courses, whether it's the 12 or the 15 hours, these can be transferred into the MSA program and will count toward the 30 credit hours. The core certificate in taxation curriculum includes 1 required course, Accounting 651 Intro to Business Entity Tax, and 3 electives. The required course is also one of the required core courses for the MSA degree, and the elective courses for the certificate correspond to the tax concentration courses. Although the tax certificate is intended to be a part-time program, with careful planning, it can be completed in 2 to 3 semesters. So moving on to some more of the financial aspects of the program. So we're going to look at the estimated costs of the different options for the flexibility of the student. So in the upper left corner is the MSA program with accounting majors. This is under the assumption that you will be taking 30 credit hours for a full-time student for 1 year. It is broken out between on-campus and online, and in-state and out-of-state. The upper right box is for the MSA program for non-accounting majors. So it's broken out with per credit hour For non-accounting majors, it is at most a 42 credit hour program. Depending on what you've taken previously, maybe less than that. But the upper right box is assuming that you are a non-accounting major taking the 42 credit hour program. This again is broken out between on-campus and online, in-state and out-of-state. The bottom box is our tax certificate program. This is specifically for that 12 to 15 credit hour program that can be completed part-time. So this again, on-campus, online, in-state, and out-of-state. These estimated program costs include tuition and fees based on the 23-24 graduate tuition and fee schedule. These do not include the cost of textbooks or student health insurance. You can find out more about the cost of the program on our website and by contacting financial aid. To help with the cost, we do understand that higher education can be expensive, but we do want to help by providing fellowships and assistantships and scholarships. Fellowships and assistantships are labor-intensive and highly competitive. In exchange for 18 hours of work each week, we do provide a stipend for those students. Priority is given to full-time on-campus students. These positions include an admin position, faculty support, and tutoring. So part of the application process, you will be asked if you are interested in a fellowship or assistantship, and you get the option to rank what you would be interested in doing. Admin typically helps our recruiting team or our front office for the accounting and finance department. Faculty support is working with a faculty member in grading papers, doing research, doing any tasks that the faculty might ask of you. And then tutoring is offering tutoring to our introductory accounting courses at the undergraduate level. We do also offer scholarships. These again are limited and highly competitive. The priority is given to those that apply by the March 1st deadline. All admitted applicants are considered. So once you're admitted into the MSA program, you will be able to apply for these scholarships. And there are a wide variety of scholarships with wide varieties of criteria. These are separate from the admission decision, so there is no set timeline for award notification. The university also offers financial aid and payment plans. So aid is eligibility based on enrollment status. Typically with financial aid, you do need to be enrolled in at least 4.5 credit hours. You must complete the FAFSA, and most students are eligible for federal direct unsubsidized loans. You can set up a monthly payment plan, and this can be coordinated with the financial aid office. We do also offer different monthly finance and funding webinars that you can attend to talk more about how to fund your education. The next topic is our career resources. As an accounting student, whether you're in the MSA program or the tax certificate program, you have multiple layers of career resources and professional development opportunities. At the department level, we host professional development workshops specifically for accounting students. We host a Meet the Firm event each fall and various employer connections events throughout the year. We also offer a one-to-one mentor program for graduate students connecting with current students and alumni. This is a great way to expand your professional network and seek advice for somebody who has gone through the program and currently working in the accounting profession. In addition, we have an active chapter of Beta Alpha Psi, which offers additional networking opportunities, and the Bryan School organizes companies spotlight employer networking events throughout the semester. So a lot of different ways that you can get connected and meet employers and expand that network. Finally, we also offer career coaching that works specifically with our graduate students. One-on-one career coaching to discuss job and internship interest, resume and cover letter review, interview prep, and networking tips. Great resource for our graduate students here at the Bryan School. On this slide, I've included a sample of many employer partners, and it shows the variety of accounting firms and companies that recruit our students. Our recruiters range from Big Four CPA firms to large national firms and industry partners to smaller regional and local firms and employers. So these are great employers, great connections that work a lot with our students. So lastly, we're going to talk about the admissions process. So I hope this information on the on-demand virtual information session has been helpful, and strongly consider UNCG for your graduate studies. With that in mind, let's review the information to get started with the application process. You may have already began your application, but if not, you can visit www.uncg.edu/grs. This is a great way that you can set up your username and password to log into the application process. As part of the application, we ask that you submit an official transcript. Credential evaluations are required for international transcripts. We ask that you have the GMAT, the GRE, 3 letters of recommendation, a resume, a personal statement, and the TOEFL for non-native English speakers. This application is very straightforward. We ask that you go ahead, get started as early as possible. We do have specialists that can help you with your application. The personal statement is just a 1 to 2 page statement that talks about what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? Why are you interested in the MSA program at UNCG? The 3 letters of recommendation are just a great way to get to know you on a personal level. These are professional recommendations, so they can be professors, they can be employers, anybody that can speak on your behalf as a professional. The application deadlines, so again mentioned, we do accept entry term for spring, summer, and fall. Spring application deadlines are November 15th. Summer is March 1st, priority given for scholarships, assistantships. April 1st is that final deadline for the summer. Fall, again, is March 1st, which is priority for those assistantships, graduate assistants, and scholarships. Final deadline is June 15th. We do ask that international applicants apply at least 1 month prior to the published deadlines, just to make sure the application can be completed and everything has been transferred in properly. As mentioned, the GMAT and the GRE is required, but we do offer entrance exam waivers. These waivers allow you to bypass the exam and continue on with your application. So with these waivers, admission to the UNCG Accelerated Master's Program, this is for UNCG students only. If you're eligible for this program, it does eliminate the need for the GMAT or the GRE. If you're a UNCG undergraduate degree with a GPA of 3.3 or higher, if you have an undergraduate degree from another institution within the past 5 years with a GPA of 3.3 or higher, and an institution is recommended by accounting faculty, if you have 5 years of professional work experience and a 3.0 GPA or higher from an undergraduate degree, Beta Gamma Sigma membership, a CPA license, advanced degree, so if you already have a master's degree or other advanced degree, and then also if you complete the graduate certificate in taxation program. All of these are different ways to waive this entrance exam. You can see the link on the screen to apply for the waiver. If you're still unsure if this is the right path for you, we do offer the Bryan Prelude program. This is a way that you can count 6 credit hours toward prerequisite accounting classes. This gets your feet a little bit wet, introduces you to more intense accounting topics, and allows you to kind of make the decision, do you want to continue on in the MSA program? It's an easy application. There's an undergraduate transcript, a personal statement, and a current resume that is required. But this is a great way to take some of these prerequisite accounting courses before fully deciding to continue on and making that jump into the accounting profession. At any point you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to talk with you about your application and the requirements to enter the MSA program. We're excited that you are interested in this program, and thank you for taking the time to watch this on-demand virtual information session.